I don't think I should have drunk that.
What was it?
So last night, me and Shania went to Denny's. I didn't put the drink back in the fridge when we got back. So it sat out all night. It's
disgusting.
strawberry lemonade.
It's just juice, bro.
That shit make my body feel weird though. Like
It's the sugar because it's sitting at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
Did
sugar,
you?
the sugar settled? You should have shook it up. Once the sugar settles, it's gonna give you like a stomach ache.
You ain't shake it up, did you?
no.
All right, y'all.
Niggas is wild.
Nothing gon' knock me off of my square, 10 toes down all the way in, and I'm never.
Live. Here we go, Jamahl.
what's going on?
Introduce yourself to the people, man.
My name is Jamahl Williams. I'm a junior here at Stockton University, communication studies major. Independent brand owner, Flick King Media. You guys can follow me at Flick King Media on Instagram. Yeah.
So what's good?
Not much, man. Taking one day at a time, living
feel
life.
that.
I'm
Speaking to the
young.
mic a little bit more.
Living life. I'm
There
young.
we go.
Trying to enjoy it every single day.
It be like that.
Yeah.
So,
sometimes.
Jamahl, you our first guest. You know what I'm saying?
Feel
Episode
special.
2.
I feel like I'm on a Breakfast Club. I told y'all this. I told y'all this off
You
camera.
did. You did. You first guest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jamal is an aspiring videographer. He is a videographer. He's
Yeah.
aspiring to get rich. No, I'm kidding. Nah, he's a man of the art,
fact.
and I respect it.
Yeah.
Led, y'all know that's the O. I'm the J. So let's get started.
Mhm.
First topic is depression. Big depression. The big capital D in depression.
Capital.
So like, y'all. First of all, is depression a real thing?
Yes.
Definitely.
100%.
See, me personally, I've never dealt with, I don't think that I've dealt with depression.
Mm-hmm.
But people that I know, that I'm close to, they definitely dealt with depression. Whereas though, they would lock themselves in a room, wouldn't eat much,
Yeah.
stay away from the outside world and just battle their problems internally
Right.
instead of like expressing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, I definitely believe it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I don't think I've experienced it. But definitely people that I'm close to have.
So,
Yeah.
question: when did y'all realize? Because for me, it took me a long time. Maybe it took me like till I was like 18, 19 to believe that depression could be real. Because when I was young, I'm like, that's not real. That's just
Yeah.
that's just
I
like-
feel that.
that's something that you hear about on TV. That's something
Right.
you read
Yeah.
about. But like when it hit you for real, like, I didn't become depressed. I just seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
So when did it hit y'all?
I mean, I had my first depressive episode my junior year of high school, which is like a couple years ago. And it was bad, but like I really dealt with it this year. And I just got diagnosed with depression like a couple weeks ago. That's why you saw me in the office.
Right.
And like I already knew I had it. But at the same time, like, being a black woman, you like, I'm good. I got this.
Right.
And I internalized that for months, the entire school year, until one day you just be like, I can't do this no more. I need help.
Right.
That's when I realized it was real. Like, when other people say it, you like, you just sad. You good. Like, get up.
Right.
But once you feel that, like, being depressed, like, you can't get up in the morning. Like you physically cannot get up in the morning. Like, you want to, and you just be sitting there crying, like, I really want to get up, but your body and your mind will not let you.
Right.
It's crazy, bro.
What about you, Jamal? When did you first realize it was real? I mean, you said it was real. So when did you first realize that like depression can actually be a real thing?
Well, I heard stories from my friend, close friend of mine that I met last year. He explained to me pretty much just piggyback off of what Liv said, like not being able to get up in the morning, not eating, really distancing themselves from the outside world.
Yeah.
So I feel like just hearing his story enough explained to me and like basically represented what depression was, and like also what Liv said about how oftentimes in the black community we seem to shove that down because we're taught to like suck it up and be tough and hard and rough skinned all the time. And it's just like you can't
too
always
much.
handle situations like that. Like you shouldn't handle situations like that, honestly.
See, I knew after I saw it, I knew it was real because I started seeing it take a physical toll on somebody.
Yeah.
Like they went from being vibrant, they went from being upbeat to like physically torn down. Like that's when I realized, okay, maybe this ain't just like something you read or hear about on TV. Because like you see somebody physically deteriorate, that's like disheartening. I mean, because you get discouraged a lot. Like, dang, I can't do nothing to help this person.
No.
Have you ever seen that? Like, have you ever seen anybody physically get?
Yeah,
Like,
that was me.
Yeah.
That was definitely me. Like, I'm usually the type of person, I used to get dressed up all the time, wake up, do my makeup every day. And then one day I was like, fuck it. I can't. Like, I couldn't. Didn't draw my eyebrows. You know I love drawing my eyebrows. Didn't draw my eyebrows. I threw all my makeup once. I threw all my makeup out last semester, all of it. I was like, because you feel like, what's the point? You know? I threw all of it out, and I'm like, little makeup guru over here, little something. But anyways, but it's just
little self plugging. I know y'all heard that.
Nah, but like, I couldn't. I gained a lot of weight over the past few months, and like, cause I'm like a stress eater or whatever. And like weight, like you said, it really does take a physical toll on you. And like I see it from my I have close friends who are depressed or whatever. Or they're more like have anxiety, whatever. And like they're like, I shouldn't eat this, blah blah blah. And like I feel like anxiety's worse, but that's another topic.
We'll get into that later, a little bit later. So moving into like depression and because we all black, you know what I'm saying? We all have experienced having a black parent that grew up in a different era, where times were definitely different for them than it is for us.
I hear it all the time.
We're in the information era. So you know, this is the information era. So they didn't have Google, they had encyclopedias, as we touched on last episode. So like growing up within the black home and experiencing depression or talking to your parents about depression, a lot of times they don't understand.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So like how do you feel like they either contribute or help? Not contribute, not help, but like how do they either aid or don't aid depression within like kids having depression growing up, like black parents?
Like Liv, honestly, you hit like so many points when you said people would be like, oh, you think you depressed now? You just said that's not.
It's not the same thing.
I feel like within the black community, a lot of people take depression as a joke.
Yeah.
And like I said, like me personally, I never dealt with it, but hearing my friends' stories about like how they felt as though they couldn't voice their opinions to their parents or their guardians.
You know what's funny?
That's
Whenever
crazy.
I try to tell my parents how I feel or how I felt, they'd say, "Don't talk back to me."
Yeah.
As opposed to, I'm just telling you how I feel.
Yeah.
Wait.
So like, you get in trouble, and you get in trouble, and your parents like explain yourself, and then you start saying something, and they cut you off. You're like, but nah, this is how I feel. They're like, don't talk back to me.
Yeah, they
As
think you
opposed to
getting smart.
trying to understand how you feel. Exactly. You feel what I'm saying, Liv? So has that ever happened to you? Your mom watching this,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, your mom watching this.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, but definitely, for sure. Plenty of times where I try to voice my opinion, like with my mom, like she definitely said, stop talking back to me. Just because, like, I don't know if it's like the way that I come off of a conversation or what.
Got flavor.
But I don't know. I just feel like when a young adult, especially like a young man like myself, like voices his opinion to his parent, it could probably come off the wrong way. Yeah. But that's not my intentions, of course.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely feel where you come from with that.
Yeah. Like when my mom actually surprised me or whatever. Because, you know, I had that tough black mom, like, don't talk back to me, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like, I'm the head person in this household. And, like, I feel that. Yeah, mama, you that person. But anyways, but she definitely surprised me because I always felt like I couldn't really come to my mom with things, you know, because I'm the only girl. I have 3 brothers in the house. So I really felt like I really could have come to my mom with things, having 3 brothers or whatever. I'm supposed to be, like, this tough girl, blah, blah, blah. But she really surprised me when I told her, when I broke down that day that I saw you, she really surprised me. She said, what can I do to help you? And I was really, like, taken aback about that. Like, wow, black moms do that? Like, they say that?
Thing is, like, some black moms get so caught up in, like, what they're doing. Like, for example, my mom, right? Ever since I was young, she's either worked 2 jobs or 3 jobs at a time.
Right.
Yeah,
so, like, it's like they have so much things that they have going on within their life. Sometimes they don't always have the time to, like, sit down and, like, talk to you about your real problems.
Yeah.
Right, but then you got to realize, in that same instance, you got to realize that when they were growing up, nobody got the chance to talk to them about their problems.
They going through it themselves. So they just don't know.
Most times, they're just projecting what they learned on us.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Me and my girlfriend was just having this conversation last night where we was talking about, like, how like, I wouldn't call it fighting demons or anything like that, but they're dealing with problems that they never got a chance to properly address.
Yeah.
So that way, when they can't help you, it's not like, oh, they don't care or anything like that.
They don't know how.
They don't know how. Exactly. So, like, just speaking my truths with my mother, for example, like, certain things that I may go through, she may not 100% know how to, like, address the situation because she's still working on herself.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that me and her were talking about. My mom just trying to, like, actually not find herself, but understand that it's okay not to be okay.
Understand her own feelings.
Right.
I also noticed that, like, not saying you.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a lot of black women deal with the brunt of most of the issues. Like black men, we are told to man up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's not a fault of our own, but a lot of us don't grow up with fathers.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't grow up with a positive male role model. So like when we met with we confronted with our feelings, we most times told to man up because we never been taught how to deal with our feelings. You know what I'm saying? Whereas the black woman or in our life, our mother, our aunt, grandmother has to take on that toll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
They don't really get to rely on other people sometimes.
Yeah. Because everybody's relying on them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially like,
what I'm saying?
yeah, because like my mom's a single mom raising 4 kids, 3 big boys. Like my brother's is big, and basically teaching them how to be a man.
Right.
So you gotta hide that femininity, like under. You gotta mask that.
Right.
So like basically, she had to have this tough exterior in order to teach the boys how to be like men themselves. But I felt as if like she did so much of that, like. She like might have forgot like like I'm a girl. Like girls are like taught to express their feelings, but like it's always been hard for me. So I don't really blame my mom on that. Like that, this proud of her environment, whatever. I don't blame my mom on that because like a lot of moms are like that. A lot of single moms are like that.
You realize growing up, like as a child, you don't know. You think adults understand. They think that they got everything figured out.
It's no book to parent.
It's no book.
And then you realize that nobody has it figured out. Like I don't care how rich you have. You think you know what you're doing, but you really don't know. You're just taking chances.
We going through the motions, and our parents definitely are.
Exactly,
they still are.
And I think that's like something that men gotta like understand that women do all the time. They manage their feelings.
Yeah.
And most times women address their feelings. So a lot of times men are dealing with depression. Men are dealing with feelings that are untended to.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't know why we're always mad. We don't know why we're always upset. We don't know why we're going through some of the things we go through.
Y'all just have to hide it.
Yeah, we never address some things that in our past. Like you ever had like something that you address and you just suppress it so much, and then it comes up later and you're not understanding why. Yeah. But you never got the accurate time to address it. I understand that too. Whereas women do a way better job at addressing. Yeah.
Right. And then feelings. And then you got to think about it too. Like coming from situations that we come from, like you got to think, if we express ourselves, we're called soft. Right. Yeah. That happens all the time.
Or sensitive.
Exactly. Sensitive or soft. Like. Especially if you play a sport or something like that, if you express yourself, 9 times out of 10 people within a black community are gonna call you soft. And like my thing is, I can be honest, like I didn't take mental health or just like any of these things serious until I got here. Like recently this semester, honestly. Yeah. Right. So
I can honestly say I didn't. I'm a little older than y'all, so I can honestly say y'all got a leg up on me because I didn't start taking mental health really serious.
Word, senior citizen out here.
Until I was in. I didn't take that serious until like I got into the military and I was going through initial training and I'm seeing grown men. I mean, and talking about not just 18, 19, 20. I'm talking about 26, 27, 28, 29 break down, and they're trying to deal with being removed from that natural environment at the same time. Figure out the training schedule and figure out what we're doing. So I really didn't take mental health serious until then. I'm like, oh, this is real. Yeah. I was fine. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I can get through this. But like seeing them go through it, it was like, dang, it was like a wake up call. Cause I knew depression was real, but even then I didn't
fully understand it.
Exactly. And I'm seeing people break down, literally crying. Grown
That's
men.
how it be. That's really how it be.
It was crazy. I never seen it firsthand. I had to actually write a letter to my father thanking him for number one being in my life. Yeah. Number two, and then number two, teaching me how to address certain things in a manly way. So it's definitely something I definitely had to see firsthand. Yeah. So it actually got a leg up on me because that's not something I actually got an accurate understanding of until later on in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
I feel that I know like coming from me, it's been really hard because like I'm that type of person. I love talking. Y'all already know.
Oh, you good?
I love. I like adjusting my feelings and things like that, and like. But I noticed, like, with my brothers, they don't really do that. Like, we make a joke out of everything. And sometimes it's like, things aren't funny. Yeah. Like, mental health stuff it's not funny, things like that. Like, but I know, like, when men, like, I really wasn't that fortunate. My father's like in and out of my life, whatever. So I can't really say like, oh, he was in my life. And like same thing goes with my brothers. And like I'm like my brothers, they the type to be like, oh, like it don't really matter. But like you can see like it's not even just my brothers, like other men. Like I see other men, like my friends and stuff like that. Like it does take a toll on them.
Yeah, of course.
Definitely. Like you could like shut it down if you want to, but it definitely takes a toll on you. And that's like that mental health thing. Like they just not gonna address it because they never really had like a man address it. Like my mom did the best she could.
Yeah,
Black mothers do the best that they could.
I agree.
But like depression really be hitting these boys and they don't really say nothing.
They don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, they don't know how to deal with it because they didn't have a father figure. A father figure is necessary. I really don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
A father figure is always necessary in your life.
For male and female.
Yeah,
think it's just
male
for
and female.
Like females need that father role to show.
Because I know my father not being in my
show,
life, that really hurt me.
I know
too.
exactly what you're about to say. Like the females need that father figure in the role to show them exactly who, like the type of guy that they should be dating.
Yeah,
exactly. Show them what they should and shouldn't tolerate.
Right,
yeah,
exactly. You got it. Like to me, I feel like I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? My mom and dad got divorced like when I was like 11 or 12. I don't know. But my father remained in my life, so I was grateful, and I was able to see how to maneuver through a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. You one of the lucky ones.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, you definitely one of the lucky ones.
Which is why I carry myself the way I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know how to enter a room and maneuver because my father taught me that.
Yeah.
A lot of black men have been taught that. A lot of men, period, haven't been taught that because their father wasn't there. Right. And a lot of females are dealing with father issues that they don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? And if they only had a father or a positive male role model, not just a father, because it could be an uncle, it could be
that's why I said father figure. Yeah.
It's just something that we kind of gloss over. You know what I'm saying? Because a mother is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the things she can accomplish alone could only be magnified or only be. I can't even describe it.
Yeah, because it's indescribable.
Exactly.
Like mothers are amazing. Like they really don't get the clout they need. They involved the clout.
Pull out the clout.
The clout for real.
She definitely needs help.
No, they definitely
no mother
need help.
deserves to do it alone. Like she didn't make that child alone.
Yeah,
you know
because like we talk about like mental health like within us and stuff like that, but at the same time like our mother's going through it too.
Right.
But they're not gonna say it.
It starts with them.
It does start with them.
Whatever they're dealing with internally, it gets passed down to the child.
But unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
They don't.
No mother wants to pass her burdens on to their children.
Right.
But they can't help it.
Exactly.
Because that's just how they are, you know?
Right.
It's the way that they're teaching their kids and things like that. And, like, I know a lot of moms, they probably get anxiety and stuff like that, trying to, like, figure out how they going to, like, raise my kid. I don't have a partner with me or stuff like that.
How you gonna make the bills? How you gonna make the ends
meet?
Yes.
But they do it. My mom definitely did it.
I don't know many moms that haven't done it, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That haven't, like... And I'm just saying... from the environment I grew up in, because I mean, I'm sure there's other environments where they have stay-at-home moms who don't have to even don't even think about these things. They don't think about the burdens because they wake up, clean the house, and they see that's a job in itself.
That is a job.
I'm not demeaning them. I'm not.
You're not.
From them.
You
I understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that a lesser amount. I'm just saying these are things that don't cross their mind.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like for me, right, like you know how you spoke on father. Hold on, wait.
You good?
I'll let you know.
So you know how you spoke on father figures and whatnot. So my grandfather, who actually I have like tattoos on my arm for, he was that father figure for me. My father,
nice.
When I was born, he wasn't in my life like pretty much at all. I would see him here and there, like we would have
that's the same with me. Yeah,
like I knew who he was, but it wasn't like to this day, like knowing me as a person, nah.
He wasn't active.
Yeah,
at all. So my thing is, like, when I think back on it, my mom still may be dealing with that. I don't know if trauma would be the correct word that you would use.
It probably is.
But
trauma, angst, anxiousness, anger.
Yeah,
it's a lot of words that can be continued.
Yeah,
and you got to think about this too. Like my mom raised me and my brother by herself.
That's
putting
hard.
food on the table, clothes in our back, money in our pockets. And then just thinking back on like how my dad just like kind of up and left and cheated on her at that. So it kind of like she's still feeling that within, you know. So she's never been married yet, so she's probably still like questioning like, she's a hell of a like my mom. She's a hell of a woman, I must say.
Yeah, we got
no
the
matter,
same mom. I'm
no
already
matter,
married.
Like no matter what me and her go through on a regular basis, or whenever we do have problems, like she's a hell of a woman.
Yeah.
She toughened up without no complaints or anything like that, and raised me and my brother to be who I am today. So my thing is just like the things that she's going through. She kind of can't control.
Yeah.
But then again, like we touched on earlier, it's just like maybe she doesn't know how to.
Maybe they think I think it's the fact that they think they're too old to address it.
Yeah.
They just kind of know a lot of older people. They're like, I'm too old for that. Right.
Well, I'm too old to change.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. Like it's like no, you're not. It's never too late to get help. It's never too late to get help.
So we actually spent a lot of time on this topic.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna transition to the next topic, which he kind of brought up.
Yeah.
With his mother going through mental things and like basically mental illness, like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So I was gonna touch on that point. I was gonna say basically the psychological wear and tear that takes on a person's mind to make them think that they're not good enough to even be considered a prize, or considered a wife, or considered a husband. That's real.
It is real.
That's real. And I don't know what your mind went through. I don't know what your mind went through, but like I can bet a check that inside, that's something they battle with internally. Like, was I good enough?
Yeah.
Why wasn't I good enough? What made you step out the realm of our circle to betray me?
Right.
But they ain't never gonna show it.
Oh yeah, they're never gonna show
never.
it. Not to you.
Yeah.
They might show it to their mom.
Yeah.
They might show it to their confidant, but they're never gonna show it. So that's real. Like when somebody betrays you or somebody does something to you, it does something to you mentally.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you always hold on to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It make you question. Yeah.
No matter who else comes along, it never really goes. It's always in the back of your mind. Why was I good enough?
It's a small form of PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we got that. Everybody has that.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody. Everybody from our community, I would say, has that. Because they've seen something, heard something, or been around something, either psychologically, mentally, physically, that has shaped them into the person they are. That's why they face the mountains they face, because you wasn't given those outlets.
The black community is always gonna face PTSD, and it's horrible. Yeah, we're facing centuries of PTSD now, today, right now, as we talking right now. Like when we talk about our moms, and even like you with your parents and stuff like that, the stuff we're talking about, they've been doing this to us since like forever.
But you know the crazy thing is, like now that you're making that point, you gotta think about generational curses.
Yeah,
like that's a big thing. Like me and Shania was just talking about this in the car last night. It's crazy that I keep reverting back to like, because we have real genuine conversations.
That's good. That's good. That's an actual bond.
That's a healthy relationship you got there.
Now we have real bond, like a real bond, and we have real relationship. I mean conversation, and like that was the topic yesterday. Generational curses. So like things that was passed down from my grandma to my mom are now passed down to me unintentionally. Actually. So it's just like it's finding that way to break that. You know what I'm saying? So like me right now, I'm battling that right now to this very day.
But we all are. I mean, because we don't come from affluent homes.
Right.
None of us came from an affluent home. So like we're trying to get something or get into a room where we've never been. You understand what I'm saying? Which makes me think about the other side of it. You know what I'm saying? We've only talked about the black side. Yeah. But not just talking about the white side, but the other races. Yeah. What have you observed? I can't say you can't experience, but what have you observed from that side? Because I know you see it differently. Like when you watch them deal with their issues or them deal with mental problems, it's a lot more avenues for them. At least from my opinion, I see a lot more avenues for them to get help. Which I don't see for us. So what do you see on that other side?
Well, being from NERC or whatever, it's a lot of Hispanics and Latinos in the community and things like that. And I know, like, especially my friends, I have a lot of Hispanic friends. They talk about, they go through the same things that we go through about their parents, like not believing them, about being depressed and having anxiety and things like that. Like, and like even one of my friends, like, she got really bad depression, really bad depression, because she was just battling her sexuality and things like that. Got kicked out the house a couple times over it. Like, it was really bad. Like, if anything, I would say like they go through it worse. Wow. If anything, I really think that like the whole mental health thing within the Hispanic community, I really feel like they go through it worse, because like even though black people like, oh, that's not real, blah blah blah. a black parent will never really kick you out your house. They really, unless you kill somebody or you selling drugs for real. But a black parent not gonna kick you out the house for real. But like Hispanic communities, I really don't. I feel like they do got it worse. I can't really talk about like Asian communities. I don't really have Asian friends and things like that. But I know the white people, they get that help like that.
Nah.
Like that.
You know why? Because they take it more serious.
Yeah.
They actually like they know that it's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I think that's like you said before. That stems from the generational.
Yeah.
Thing. Whereas their parents take it serious, and their parents take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get down to depressed, their parents take it seriously.
Yeah.
And I can speak from a place of a multicultural thing because I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I had an Asian friend, and I've had white friends. I've had a few Spanish friends.
Yeah.
But I've had more white friends and more Asian friends and Hispanic
I'm the
friends.
opposite.
It's nothing like against Hispanic people.
Yeah. It's a
Latino
part of your
people, I should
environment.
say.
Yeah.
And I grew up around a lot of Latino people, but I gravitated more to the Asian, Arab, and white side. Nothing against.
Yeah.
But I know that Asian people go through it a lot too, and they don't even allow to show failing most times. Like
really?
Their parents expect greatness.
yeah.
Oh yeah, perfection.
You understand what I'm saying?
Perfection.
And I thought it was just like a stereotypical TV thing until I seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a buddy. I'm not gonna mention his name.
Yeah.
But his parents expected him greatness. His parents were doctors.
Yeah.
And
Yep. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
He had. I guess he had
that.
a 2-lane choice. You're either gonna be in law, or you're gonna be a doctor. That's where our family has been. This is what you want to be.
Right.
You understand? And then I've had white friends, and I've seen it. Like that father has a business, and they're expected to take on a business at a certain age.
Yeah.
But they've gotten the difference between them and the Asians. They've got that help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've had friends 15, 16, 17, 18. I mean, I had a friend when I was 11. I think his name. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm just calling him.
Buddy.
He lived down in Ventnor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he was seeing a therapist. Bro, we 11 and 12.
Yeah.
What do you mean you gonna see a therapist?
That'd be wild to me. Like,
And
I'm like, what? 11?
To me, it's like a therapist at 11.
Mm-hmm.
Like one.
Like
I
you question
Yeah,
what are
you
they
question
going
it
through
'cause it
at
wasn't-
11? Right.
It never
Exactly.
happened to us in our community. You
One,
never heard of that.
where you getting a therapist from at 11? How
Yeah.
can you afford it? 2, what are you going through?
Yeah,
When
at
I'm not
11.
here, At 11.
At 11, I was on the Xbox.
Word.
I was on the Xbox at 11.
I was going through some other stuff, but it wasn't to
Yeah,
the point
yeah.
I needed a therapist.
You know,
It was,
all I had to do was worry about going to school, getting good grades. That's it.
Yep.
Just play the
exactly.
Xbox,
Yeah, it
that's
was like, oh, so and so at school got better shoes than me. How am I go to school
All right.
No, for real.
and make my pants look better than his shoes? Like literally, like you laugh, but like that's not something I felt I needed a therapist for. That was just I want to say adolescent competition, adolescent.
But at the same time, within the white community, it's like I feel like they get it early on, so like they kids can know like this is okay, like getting therapy it's okay, like you're entitled to feel how you're feeling.
Right.
You know what? As in like other people of color communities, where like brush it off, you good,
Yeah.
you good.
You
So
told-
I
you
feel
told to
like
fix your face.
yeah,
Right.
fix your face
Right.
and you carry it on throughout the day.
You
You
keep
good.
that attitude. I'm gonna give you something to have an attitude about.
That's
And you
the
know.
infamous line, though. That's the
And
infamous
you,
line.
and you know, keep trying to give you something to cry about.
Yeah.
What? I'm crying because you hit me.
Word.
I'm not crying for
But
it.
don't lie, it did toughen us up a little bit,
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit. But
yeah.
at the same time, like I feel like sometimes those words is necessary. Like toughen up. Sometimes it's necessary, sometimes it's not. But like I feel like the whole therapy at 11 and things like that, like
That's a great line right there.
it is a great line.
That's a great line because, like, at what point does it become help or become toughening up?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a really gray area
Mhm.
where you can't really distinguish
Mhm.
one from the other.
Yeah.
You understand what
I
I'm
feel like at that age, 11 or 12, like you're preteen or whatever, I feel like that's where you gotta like toughen up a little bit. Like you getting older, you're not a kid no more, type of
Yeah.
stuff. But like if they go into therapy, like over like real mental health issues, like they get because no, depression does start early. It does start really really early. But like if they just getting like bullied or whatever, blah, blah, like that's bad. Like 'cause we talked about that last episode. Go tell the teacher, don't hit back. But anyways, like I feel like you don't really like need therapy for things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like we do just like fix your face. You need a black woman in your life. That's like you need a black woman to tell you fix your face for real.
My dad told me that. My mom ain't never told me that.
Really?
I get in trouble, you be like, fix your face while I fix it for you. And I be like, you breathing like that?
My mom be like, she be like,
I
bet not see no tear.
Honestly, you know the funniest thing? You don't get no better sleep than after you get your behind.
Yes,
you
she be
don't get
like,
no better sleep.
Hey, but you also
Honestly.
you be in your room like, what's with the girl? I hate you.
Right.
How many times you threaten your parents to run away as a kid? Like,
no, for
I'm gonna run away.
real.
That's where I'm gonna go.
You slam the door, mask off.
Yo, after,
I wouldn't even have to close my door.
after that beating, I wake up in the middle of the night. I think it's a whole new day. Honestly.
Wait.
Honestly.
My mom had my food wrapped up on the table for me.
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely another topic. Those two topics, depression and mental illness, are definitely two things we could be here all day talking about. Right. That's something that like it has no end. Because there's so many different variables that go into it. So I'm gonna transition to another topic, HBCUs, and we're gonna talk about PWIs. I know she's excited because she really wants to go to an HBCU.
I do.
But like,
do you have one in mind like right now?
Howard, number one.
Where?
Communication school.
DC? DC?
Yes, I've never been to DC. I've never been to DC.
Right now, man.
Stop. My movie gonna watch it. She from DC.
Oh, nah.
She at home right now, bro.
I love the way they talk. I ain't gonna hold.
She be like, kill. I'm like, what?
I ain't gonna hold. Just like Wale and Wale, Gold Link, and
you drive like tripping like that. They be like, I just left my mind school.
Yeah. Shockley, I like all of them.
Yo, she loves that. But like HBCUs are a staple to the black community, and I just want to say, like,
so do you think that's a rite of passage? You think?
I think.
You think all black people should go through?
No,
no,
I don't, because I definitely think.
Is it
I'm
an
backtrack
honor,
that. I'm back. Yeah, it is an honor.
That's what I'm asking. Is it an honor or is it like a right? That's what I was gonna
No,
ask
it's
you.
an honor to go to HBCU, definitely. But I'm just like, I'm new to this whole HBCU thing. I got hip to it like during my college application process, and I really wish that I learned more about HBCUs, because where I grew up, even in Newark, I went to a predominantly like Latinx school, whatever. And my school counselor, I talked to her about like HBCUs, and she was white. She was like, "You don't want to go there. Their education's not good, blah blah blah." And from then on, I was in 9th grade when she told me that. And from then on, I had this mindset. I'm like, why go to HBCU? They don't have like, it's not the same GPA as PWIs, blah blah blah, right? And I never really thought of it as like a real school, like real schools, but like. Once I got to my senior year, I was just really upset because it was too late to like apply and stuff like that. I only applied to Howard because of communication school, but I was just really upset because when you're in school, they don't tell you about it at all. They do not talk to you about HBCUs, and like it's crazy. I feel like all black people need to learn about them so we can have that decision whether we want to go or not.
So, what do you feel like they mostly talk about? Because like to like go with your point, I feel like they talk more so about like the Ivy League schools and stuff like that. Yeah, Ivy
League was number one on my mind until Mr. Montesino. Asshole. But anyways, I got a D in his class. I wanted to fight him so bad because I was
if you watching this,
Mr. Montesino on my set. I don't like you, but anyways, because I had a high GPA. And I wanted to go to Ivy League so bad. And that was so, it's not from my mom. It wasn't like drilled in my mind from my mom, but like school counselors and stuff like that. It's what you taught. Yeah, it's what you're taught. You want to go to a D1 school. Yeah, beat into your head, go to the best schools. And HBCUs to our counselors was not the best schools. Yeah. For the sole fact that it was majority black people there.
Yeah, I feel like you just gotta know yourself. You know?
Yeah.
Like being to this, you said you've never been to DC at all.
No.
I feel like maybe your junior year of high school, if you would have took that visit just to get to see like how they move around in DC, get on campus, see how they move, you probably would have had like your own opinion about it, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, I didn't get that opportunity either. I didn't get to go like college views or whatever because like my mom, she don't have a car or whatever, and like my family was really busy, so I got my aunt to take me, but she will only take me. We only went to Rowan and Stockton, like Jersey schools, and I talked to her about like going to Syracuse or Pitt or whatever. She's like, no, blah, blah, blah. And I talked to her about HBCUs, and she's like, no. Like everyone, like even black people be like, it's a stigma about HBCUs, about how they're less than the PWIs, like less than in their curriculum, and like how it's just nothing there, and it's everything there.
But you see what they're doing? They inflicted their opinion on you.
Yeah,
they like people always do that all the time. It's just like, oh my bad. People always do that all the time. It's like inflicting their opinion on you to make you feel a way about something. Yeah, like I feel like you just gotta see it through yourself.
Yeah.
If I had to speak on it, I would say that's with everything. I mean, if you tell somebody your intentions or something you want to do, 9 times out of 10. It's a negative outlook. It's like they're projecting their fears on you. It's not even opinions, it's their fears. That's because they're scared to do it, or they're scared of even attempting to do it. So I'm gonna tell you can't do it. So you be in the same boat as me. And in my opinion, HBCUs, I never was really educated on it at all. And I watched a lot of college basketball. I watched a lot of college football. So I knew about a lot of colleges, and I knew about a lot of schools. D2, D3. I knew about the D1, 1A. I knew about all that, but I didn't even hear about HBCUs. Until I was already in college. And I never even... The stigma was actually pushed on me because when I finally did hear about it, I heard nothing but bad things.
Right. Yes, you heard nothing but bad things about HBCUs.
Bad colleges. I mean, bad dormitories, bad food. This is what they said. And it was all from social media. So I never really got like a good view until I actually did my homework myself. And I started looking into it myself because you can't take someone else's view. But it took me a minute to even do that because I'm like, I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming back home, I was reviewing schools to go to. I was looking at Rutgers, Rowan, here. I really didn't look here until the last minute. But I really never even considered HBCU.
Because people tell you, like,
exactly,
from
which is
what?
why I wanted to even bring it up today because I'm low key ashamed. You know what I'm saying, Mo?
You bought the DC out, man.
I was like,
what? Nah, but for real, I was like, dang, like I have no knowledge on this until I did a little bit of homework. You know, Howard, Hampton, Morehouse, Norfolk,
VSU, NCAT.
FAMU. I was
like these, like I didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And it took my girl to even show me what, you know what I mean, FAMU is. You know what I mean? So it's a lot.
She go to FAMU?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
I got some short from FAMU.
You annoying.
Oh, the vintage Jones?
Yeah.
Gotta be tough.
What?
Gotta be tough.
Check the gram.
Anyway, back
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Juice 13. Check the gram, fam.
Irritated.
And like the picture if y'all there.
Back on topic.
Like the damn picture.
Back on topic.
Y'all be looking at my picture without liking it.
This guy.
But yeah, back. Yeah, you.
That be me. I be scrolling past
yeah, like the picture. You know, I like yours.
No, you don't.
I do if I see it.
Liar. But anyways.
If I see it, I always show love. But y'all two people can say I show love. If I see your story or something, I show love.
Anyway, he support Flick King. I feel that.
Well, I mean, back.
Yeah, back to the topic about HBCUs.
I was ignorant. So.
Like, I just want to talk about the flip side of like people who actually talk about HBCUs, like the HBCUs alumni and things like that. A lot of people graduate from HBCUs. They're like, everybody comes to HBCU, blah, blah, blah. It's amazing. But then you still have that beat in your head. Like, you're lying, you know? Like, I've been taught this my whole life. HBCUs are nothing. And then I saw a tweet recently, and it said, oh, y'all only want to come to HBCUs now because of Beyonce. And I'm like, because, you know, Beyonce just came out. That was fire. Go support, sis. But anyways. But,
Team Riri.
Don't pit black women together.
It's a joke. I can't even get my little high.
No, you can't.
Out.
Anyways. But I felt some type of way about that tweet because shut up.
Nah, keep going.
I felt some type of way about that tweet because, like, wouldn't you want somebody on a higher platform to bring awareness to these HBCUs? Because I know so many people, especially the old people in the shade room comments, The 40 Up Club.
There you go.
40 Up Club.
The 40 Up
40
Club.
and up watching this, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, but like,
for because she be killing you on the comments.
No,
but keep commenting. You know what I mean?
I seen that on the last podcast where you was talking about the 40-year-olds in the comments.
No, because they be blowing me. But anyways,
listen, if you 40, comment on my picture and like it too. But,
but anyways, they be like, oh, you need all these famous black people to bring awareness to these different things, all these problems going on in the black community. And as soon as Beyonce does it, when she talks about HBCUs, you have a problem with it? Like, wouldn't you want more black people to come to HBCUs so we could actually learn our history from our people? Right. Like, I really felt some type of way about that tweet, because it's like, people really be flip-flopping nowadays. Like, do you want these famous black people to bring awareness, or do you not want them to say anything about it?
People want to be offended about something.
Yes.
Anything to play the victim, because playing the victim gets you attention.
Yeah.
And if you play the victim, you get enough attention, you get enough spotlight. You get your things rolling. Now your name is out there. Yeah. Until somebody play the victim against you, then it's like, oh.
No, but like, let's talk about HBCU clout real quick. A lot of people go to HBCUs for name, like Howard, like Hampton and stuff like that.
Ones we named.
Yeah. But at the same time, or just because they want to have fun, don't go to a school, waste thousands of dollars just to have fun. That's stupid. But there's a lot of HBCUs down south, like in the deep south, that I will not go to, because I'm not going to deep south, period. But I feel like they need to be like, shut up. I saw your face, bro.
She's very opinionated. If you're from the South, please watch this.
Nah, but like, I feel like HBCUs in the South, they need more clout too. Like, because you see all these famous people going to Howard and stuff like that, with their movie premieres. What about the HBCUs down south? They need love too. Like, what? Like, even though they smaller or whatever, they need love too.
Yeah, I mean,
you say
they all got more money than me.
That's a fact.
I'm going to a D3 school at Stockton. Shout out to Stockton. But I can't really speak on it, because I'm not that educated on clout wise. I just educated myself about the schools more or less. Yeah. So like, on the flip side of the social media and the clout side, I haven't been following it. Yeah. To be honest with you, so I can't speak on something. Yeah. Like that, you know? So you good.
To touch up on touch what we was talking about earlier, like within the black community. I'm gonna be honest. Before, because I went to Keene my freshman year, but before I started applying to schools, honest to promise, I did not know that you could it's gonna sound bad when I say this, but I didn't know that you could go to school strictly for academics. I didn't know that, because my thing is, look, hear me out though. My thing is, in a black community, we're taught you can only go to school if you do what?
Play ball.
If you play ball, or you can only be successful if you do what? Rap or hoop.
Representation.
Yep. Right, exactly.
That's what it comes down to. I mean, I'm speaking broadly, but it's exactly what it is. Like,
right.
Everybody you see going to school, like you said, play ball.
Exactly.
So I understand where you're coming from.
So that's my thing. I didn't know that you can go to school just for academics. So like when it came to applying for schools and stuff like that, I took a few visits. I was under a mentoring program called Champions of Youth. I'm pretty sure, Liv, you probably definitely didn't hear of it since you're from up that way. But have you ever heard of it? It's a mentorship program. Well, it was through the Boys and Girls Club. Anyway, long story short, with Michael Everett.
I heard something similar.
Yeah. So I was underneath that program. We took some college visits. Rutgers was one of them. Stockton obviously was one of them, because Stockton was kind of pretty much funding it. Yeah. I went to Rowan, and ironically, I went to Howard. It was just 3 schools like that, and then it just straight to Howard. So I really didn't know too much about any HBCUs or anything like that prior to going on that visit, but it kind of opened up my eyes a lot. Really? I seen people dancing in the cafeteria, on the tables.
They have fun because you with us. Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? You see how I made that visit, so I kind of made a judgment based off my experience, you know. Yeah. So all that stuff that people was talking about in the background, I always heard people talk about HU, the real HU. Yeah. I always heard them talk about it. But I never knew exactly what it was. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Hampton more. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So, we can talk about
you just skipped over that, huh?
Yeah, I'm let y'all have that, you know what I'm saying? But Hawaii University is real HU. Nah, but for real. So we're gonna transition that, because we're gonna stay on the college topic. We're gonna talk about the NCAA.
Ooh, okay.
NCAA, and we're talking about
That slave trade.
That slave ship mentality.
Yep.
I mean, and it's only in basketball and football if you notice. You know what I'm saying? If you got
I could talk about this for days, Joe.
Yeah,
you
know,
take the lead, sir.
He's a hooper.
I could talk about this for days.
He's a hooper, guys. He shot 23% on three. It's like, no, okay.
Irritating.
Hey, Jamal's a Rajon Rondo.
Nah. Yo, you just getting so disrespectful, bro.
Hey, I'm a Tony Allen. I can't talk. Nah, but go ahead, right? I'm gonna let you take the lead on this since you can talk about it all day. Like, I'm gonna pose the question. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it's fair that other sports in the NCAA can venture out and make money for themselves or make money off their likeness, and more or less the predominantly black sports, football and basketball, cannot? What's your take on that?
Absolutely not. I don't think it's fair.
He said hell to the no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking. Juice, you gotta zoom this in. Hell to the no. Nah, I really don't. Because my thing is, you gotta think about it like this.
Talking to the mic, bro.
My bad. You gotta think about it like this. So I'm pretty sure everyone who's probably watching this podcast pretty much knows who Zion Williamson is. Yeah, like you know who Zion Williamson is, right? He was a basketball player for Duke. Anyway, long story short.
Monster.
Yeah, he's a monster, honestly. So like, he's probably the best college basketball player we've seen in a very long time. So my thing is, when you think about advertisement, when you think about jersey sales, when you think about just him being on national TV day in and day out, you think about like, where is the money going? Like he's not seeing any of that money at all. But my thing is, he's generating so much money into this school, and he's not seeing any of it.
Yeah, he had Barack Obama, Jay-Z, LeBron, and that's just to name some of the highest notarized, famed stars in America. Come see him play basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
that speaks volumes alone.
It's ridiculous. He tore his Nike shoe, and Nike had a whole campaign explaining why the shoe was a good shoe afterwards. And they flew somebody out on a plane that night. Like, you don't get that. You don't get that if you're not big time.
All right.
And these coaches, let me touch on that first. These coaches make $1, $2, $3, $4, upwards of $10 million a year. I'm so hypocritical.
He dead told us, quiet your phone.
So hypocritical. They make upwards of millions of dollars, and these players don't make nothing. And they making money off these players.
Right.
I don't think that's right at all.
That's slavery.
Exactly. In the sense of that, it's like modern day slavery. Like you got these kids running up and down the court or throwing the football in the field, and it's just like, they're bringing so much. When you really think about it, like I watched the interview with J. Cole, and he was speaking on like modern day slavery. So you think about it, you got like the general managers at the top, right? I don't know what you would compare the coaches to. I don't know if you would compare them as like the slave owner or whatever. And then you have the players who are actually the slaves, putting in the work, putting in the groundwork, actually generating money and whatnot. Like I said earlier, bettering your school financially. Yeah, and it's just like they get no type of nothing.
Like they should get at least like a little tuition or something.
They get scholarships. Or they get free ride. They
get a free ride, but that's not enough.
Yeah,
but the NCAA outlook on it is you getting a free ride at college. What more do you want?
No, but at the same time, what if they get injured? I feel like they still need money to hold that up. You know,
and that's another thing. So like you get these players who are coming to your school for free. Come to your school for free. What if they break their leg? Right? Yeah. What if they're a junior or a senior, especially a senior? What if they break their leg? They had intentions on entering their name in the NBA draft. Then they got a broken leg, right? And they can't go to the NBA. Yeah, they did the free time. They might get their degree, but it's just like after that, what else are they doing?
My whole thing is you can't even. It's not even about the free school. I mean, if you work your ass off to get to that point, then free school should come with it. I mean, I'm putting your school on my chest and putting on for your school. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So, with that said, you telling me I can't sign an autograph for $20? I can't take a meal. Somebody can't take me out to dinner. All that's frowned upon. All that's against regulation.
They can't do all that.
They can't do none of that.
This has been the biggest debate for years.
I can't sell.
But why is it a debate?
I can't sign a football and sell that for $100 to make money off my likeness. How do you own my likeness? That makes absolutely, positively no sense to me.
Because they're slaves.
How can
they
you
treat
own
them
somebody's likeness? Someone's likeness. How do you own that? Like Terrell Pryor years ago was he got a lot of sanctions put on him for Ohio State for selling his autographs, selling his jerseys, game. But you gotta realize these players, they get a meal plan just like we do. Mm-hmm. So what if I'm still hungry after 6 o'clock and the cafe's closed?
For real. Oh wait, that was me starting the email outside the
Right.
You know what I mean? What if I need some shoes? I can't, and y'all didn't provide me with shoes. What if it's cold outside and y'all gave me with sneakers? What if I want a pair of Timbs to walk in the snow to walk to practice? You know what I'm saying? What if I want a car so I can get back and forth?
Yeah, they broke college kids just like us.
Exactly. It's infuriating to even think about. And a lot of these kids don't deserve this. Yeah, they already coming from impoverished homes, so they leaving with the thought of making it better, and you pretty much put them in the same position.
That's the thing.
Giving them gear and giving them shoes and giving them a TV spot. And I'm like, oh yeah, be happy with that.
Yeah, like the fact that you said they're coming from impoverished homes. Literally, most of them are coming from impoverished homes. They don't have no money, and like they work their ass off in high school. Basketball or football is their entire life, so they could get that scholarship. But they get the scholarship to get a free ride. Of course, you try and get your education, obviously, but the main thing is to get an NBA for like people with that mindset. Yeah, or the NFL. But at the same time, you're not getting no money. Nothing. Like no money.
You get your meal plan. Yeah, and a free education, and they see that as sufficient. Whereas if you play hockey, you play golf, you play tennis. You can play for the school and then turn around in the same week playing the PGA tournament.
Crazy.
Playing the U.S. Open. Playing NHL playoffs. How is that even the same?
Wow. Nah, you just like educated me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a player recently. I don't know his name. I'm not gonna try to figure out his name on live because I'm making myself look like an ass. If I don't do that enough, y'all. Hey y'all. But I'm saying he played in college hockey. Scored a goal in college hockey. And the same week got signed to an NHL team, got on the ice for an NHL team, scored a goal, became the first player ever to score a goal in the same week in hockey and NHL. If that was ever in the NFL, you couldn't go score a touchdown Saturday and then go to the NFL and play for the Chiefs and score another touchdown. That'd be what? What?
It's crazy.
If Trevor Lawrence for the Clemson Tigers threw a touchdown in the NCAA championship and turned around and threw a touchdown in the NFL playoffs, the NCAA would be in an uproar. But yet somebody from hockey can do that.
We all know why.
Go ahead, tell them since you. This is raw. We not insinuating.
White privilege.
If y'all ain't see me do this means white. It's literally because of our skin color. Like they really treat us like slaves. That's why I really don't like the NFL draft. I don't like that because it's like you're literally picking the strongest black dude in the bunch.
Yo, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know, bro, live is on it. Like that's crazy how you really think about it. It's crazy.
You know it's true.
Think about this.
I'm on the fence because I understand. I'm not saying it's right.
But you understand.
What was the movie?
What's the alternative for picking NFL players? If you did your best and you want to be showcased. If I'm the best running back in NCAA and I want to be showcased, what better way to do it than the draft? I understand where you're coming from, but what better way to do it? How else can I showcase like, oh, he was a number one pick. He earned to be that number one pick for my team. How else can you show that?
Nah, I feel both points. Like, I feel more so like what you're saying though, because like you gotta think about it. What's the movie where the guy was on the ship and he was literally like picking what slave that he wants? I forget the name. It might be that. It might be that movie right there. But
you say ship, that's all that comes to my mind. Either Amistad or Carnival Cruise.
Nah, but honestly, it's like that when you have like a NBA commissioner or NFL commissioner stand on top of a stage and say, with the first pick, the Toronto Raptors select. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's like a picnic. I get what you're saying.
It's just like I'm a pick who I want out of all it, and 9 times out of 10, let's be real, it's black people that I pick.
I mean, but that's predominantly black. But you gotta understand, a lot of the sports world, a lot of the cash cows in the sports world run off of black folk. Yeah. I mean, it's not a secret. Everybody knows it. Right. It's not something that people try to hide. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the NCAA is going to cash in on that opportunity. Like I said, I understand. I don't agree with it, and I don't think it should keep going. but I understand why they do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's money coming in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? That's the sandbox analogy I made last podcast. They don't want to kick back that money. And I'm wholeheartedly against it. I want the college kids, in my opinion, they should get each. If you want a team, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you play it or not. You should be at least guaranteed $125,000.
Yeah.
A season. My whole thing is you can kick back money to your family. You can take care of yourself. And it gives you an incentive to want to be eligible and put your best foot forward. Because if you take $125,000, imagine taking that league minimum of $5 million for the NBA.
Exactly.
Imagine taking that little bit of money from the practice squad. You understand? Like it gives you an incentive to want to do better.
Yeah, that sounds like a participation award.
Nah, that's not a participation.
Anyways,
that's not participation. Paying players for your likeness.
No, but like,
because
what I'm trying to say is like
these players are put on ESPN, NBC.
I understand
CBS,
that.
True TV, TBS. That showcase on all these networks. If I was a movie star on all these networks, I would be getting paid.
I know, I understand.
Way more than $125,000. So I'm not saying a participation award. I'm saying if you play and you made it to the college level, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should get an award for playing. I'm saying you should get paid because you're using my likeness. Yeah. I don't care if I'm on the bench. You're using pictures of me. You're using video of me, using my highlights on ESPN for number one play of the week. Zion Williams and Duncan. I should be paid for that.
Yeah. Oh, but that this conversation reminded me. Like I just saw something on Instagram. This boy Joshua Allen. He went to my high school, or whatever, and he graduated before me. I didn't really know him, but I played track with his brother, and I just saw a commercial with him back in the town Montclair for Hyundai or whatever. I'm like, is he not getting paid for this? Like, are they getting
college?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think
on the spot because. I don't know if they know he did that commercial, but we gonna roll over because we running short on time, so we gonna stem into the Dreamers, which is why you here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You were somebody who, number one, you seen your dream, which was basketball at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. You put a lot of yourself into basketball. You know what I'm saying, and we'll touch on more on this on a later project we're working on. Okay. But you put a lot of your time into basketball, and you seen the passion of videography. Right. So we even had an off record conversations how you transition where you playing basketball and shooting more video. Right. Can you tell people about that more?
About like how I made the decision to go in videography?
Yeah, I mean your journey, more or
less. So I've been playing basketball for as long as I can remember, honestly. And with playing basketball, I put this guy, this guy. Nah, but I've been playing basketball for as long as I can remember, and it's like, I honestly can say like I put a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears into that sport.
I used to pray for time,
and I respected. I honestly respected the game. I did. Right. So like, loved it. When I talk about working hard, I don't mean like I'll just go to a team practice and then go to the court and shoot free. No, like I honestly like bust my ass playing basketball. Like, so I mean like beach workouts 6 a.m. before school. Late nights knowing that I got homework, but I was staying up late to do my homework after. You was one of them. I was honestly.
Yeah, he poured his heart.
My stepdad weight vest on during track practice. Like I honestly was like one of them dudes.
Still ain't got no vert.
This guy. He don't want to play 1-on-1.
Lace him up,
irritating, bro.
Lace him up, bro. I'm Dennis Rodman. I don't care.
This guy, oh yeah, see, I'm good off that. I don't want to play with Dennis Rodman. Nah, but so basically the transition happened. My senior year of high school, I noticed like I wasn't really getting recruited like I was hoping to. Right. So I started applying to schools, and this is when I started learning like the process of like actually being a student in college, I guess you could say. So when I got to school, I was a health science major at King University. Trying to figure out exactly like what I wanted to do with it, didn't know. And then like things got rocky at King financially, so I transferred over to Stockton, commuted my entire sophomore year. After commuting my entire sophomore year. That summer going into my junior year, I bought a camera because my brother just had a son, my little nephew. So I started taking pictures of him just so that way he could see himself like as he grows up and whatever. And then from there, I'm like, oh shoot, this joint got video. So I'm like, I got a passion for sports, and I'm like, I always want to be connected. Something in my brain clicked and said, make highlight tapes. From there, I'll never forget, shout out Nazim Derry. He was the first person that I actually made a video for. he was in the gym one day and he was like, "Yo, you got a camera, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I came down to the gym, filmed it, and I had a MacBook Pro. And after I got done filming, went home, put a nice song on the video, chopped up the video a little bit, and it came out okay. Compared to the work that I do now, it's like it's like the bottom of the barrel.
It's a start.
It definitely was a start, and I seen the vision. No one else probably really seen the vision. So like when I told people,
you gotta see down the line. I understand.
Right.
I understand what you're saying.
So from that point forward, it became a thing. Like I started making videos like nonstop. And then the beginning of my junior year, I still was a health science major here at Stockton. And the classes just weren't pulling me in. Like I feel like they were very challenging, but it's just like I don't want to have a 9 to 5 where I'm sitting at a desk doing something that I don't love. Right? So it's crazy that I keep talking about Shania, but like
the passion.
Yeah.
It's crazy I keep talking about Shania, but honestly, she like gave me that extra push to be like,
see that black woman in your life. See?
Facts. She gave me that push and was just like, if this is something that you love, put your love in what you like to do above what's going to be in your pockets. You know what I'm saying? So like,
love of the art.
Right. So I fell in love with videography, and it's been taking off ever since I changed my major to communication studies, specialization in media production. And
track I'm on up top.
outside of doing like little highlight basketball tapes, I actually started trying to get into storytelling.
Right.
Me and Juice met Cortland Braggs in our writing for the media class.
Shout out CB.
Yeah, we met Cortland Braggs, and he actually inspired me.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't even notice like that conversation alone that I had with him after class. Like was like, yo, you have to get into storytelling because the highlight tapes are cool. It's cool, but it's not actually telling a story or letting you know that athlete. So I'm in the process right now with several projects on working on documentary films and like short clips and movies and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm independent. I don't have to. I want to be a boss, and I feel like the things. I feel
you
like
are a boss.
Nah, I feel like I am too.
You got, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to speak that.
Nah, I feel like I am. I feel like all the steps that I'm taking right now are entrepreneurial and necessary. And like I said before, some people may not see the vision. But the things that I'm doing right now, I'm putting myself in a place where I'm like a black sheep in a way. I'm not like everyone else. I'm doing things that are not traditional. And, hopefully, well, not hopefully, I know down the line I'm going to be somewhere.
Yeah, speak it into existence.
Nah,
you
facts.
are.
Cut the hopefully. I know I'm definitely.
Cut it. This is raw, but I feel you. He going to be there.
I'm definitely going to be where I want to be. It's just like I know. It comes with time, dedication, and hard work. The same amount of hard work I put into being a basketball player,
just as much as
exactly.
And shout out to Jamahl, his self promo, but he's also gonna be another project we're working on right now, and you can catch that in July. Right. He's one of the mainstays. So if you want to learn more about Jamahl and more about his journey, he's definitely gonna be on there. I'm doing a little self plugging, but
so look,
he's definitely gonna be on there.
Should I save the story about like the whole end of the basketball thing for that, or should I speak on it now?
You can speak on a little bit. You got to summarize it because we definitely want to short on time.
All right, cool.
The more we went up, the more I got cut off in the beginning.
All right, cool. So basically, the whole basketball thing didn't work out for several reasons. Me and my coach had several problems, and I kind of started to lose the love for the game. Like, this is me speaking my truths. I fell in love with basketball ever since I picked it up, and then when I got to high school, it kind of was like all that love that I had for it just vanished.
Right.
And I understand that basketball is a sport where as though you're going to deal with coaches who are going to holler, yell, and fuss, and then, like, demand things of you. But my thing is just, like, when it gets to the point where it's, like, breaking you down and not building you up, then that's when you know you might need to, like, walk away. And I feel like, honestly, I don't have no regrets, but I feel like in high school, I was breaking myself down. Speaking on mental health, I feel like I was breaking myself down. Every time I was in a game, if I make a good play, right, I turn around and make a bad play. I'm listening for the buzzer, and I'm listening for somebody to say, yo, I got you, come out the game. And it became like I was programmed.
Psychological,
I was programmed to the point where it's like if I make a mistake, I know I'm sitting down on the bench. And my thing is just like I was breaking myself down every practice, every game. Literally, I was going through it, like crying every single day.
Losing your love for it. It's pulling your love.
Losing my love for it. And lo and behold, thankfully, I found a love with videography. So this is something that I'm going to push every single day. And I actually encourage the young people out there, if you have a dream, no matter if it's out of the ordinary or something that somebody can't see. If it's your vision, go chase it. Like, don't try to do the norm, because the norm is basic, and at the end of the day, none of us are trying to be basic.
If it's you, it's you.
Yeah.
So you can follow him 2 ways. You know what I'm saying? Plug yourself on Instagram.
Okay. My Instagram is at Flick King Media. Some people think it's flicking. It's Flick King. FLICKING Media. And my personal account is I'm Jamahl with an L at the end. So it's at IMJAMAHLL. So yeah.
So follow
Give me a
him,
follow.
Do that self promo. Do that self
Follow
promo.
Liv, you know what I mean?
At Liv_Daya, LIV_DAIAH.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't be here without her. That's my co-host, you know what I'm saying? She's a personality. Jamahl, thank you for coming out.
Nah,
Thanks
for
for
real.
having me.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having
You
me.
can follow me, EYE.JUICE.ENT. That's at Eye.Juice. You know what I'm saying? .ENT. This is Raw OJ. Shout
You was
out
a
to
great
SSTV.
guest. Thank
For
you.
sure,
Thank you.
for
Thanks
sure,
for having
for
me.
sure.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having me.
Before we wrap it up, I wanna send out an apology to anyone I offended last episode with my use of the F word. I was not trying to offend anybody, so if I did offend you, I definitely want to extend my apologies to you. Gratefully happy if you came back and watched it. If not, I'm sorry. It will not be said again on this program. Sorry, Stockton has no affiliation with what I say, so I want to put that out there as well. So catch you next time on Raw OJ. That's Liv. That's Maul. You can catch him on a documentary I got coming out in the summer.
Right.
Also, follow him. He got a lot of big things coming up.
Nah, for real, he do.
Big time. He actually taught me a lot of stuff about a T6. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take.
Right.
Push and pull. You know what I'm saying? So definitely follow him. Like I said, follow Liv, follow him. You already know, follow me if you
We
follow
just some
me.
young people trying to make it. For real.
Facts.
Like my goddamn pictures.
Don't like it.
You feel me? Don't listen
He
to
hung
her.
up on liking me.
Wow.
He hung up
Like
on that
my
joint.
pictures.
Clout chaser. You a clout chaser.
I ain't chasing clout, you know what I'm saying? But if you like my pictures, you know what I mean? It just,
Man,
you
you got
feel
him
me?
with that. Real smooth.
Bro, wrap it up.
Real smooth, man.
Nah. But like I said, this is Raw OJ, Liv, Mar. We out.
See ya.
Man.
All right, that's it, y'all.